Well, hello to all my fellow Flute Hero troops here. It is me, Flute Hero. I don't know you're watching this in the morning, afternoon, or evening, but it's great to have you watching this. Anyway, I have sent a video a week ago that you can ask me any question that you like. And I got plenty of them to answer right here. So we're gonna get started. When did you start playing flute? Well, to answer that question, I have started since I was 12. I know it's a little late to start flute because I've seen kids that started flute when they were like 8, 9, or 10. In my case, I started when I was 12. So I think I was like an eighth grader when I first started. I think it was back in middle school. I was just exploring what I wanted to do when it comes to extracurricular activities. So I did something medical. I did some sports. I did a little bit of music, which is piano at first. Piano is my first instrument, by the way. How I came across flute? Well, let's just say in the eighth grade, I wanted to do basketball, but the school kind of gave me a schedule saying, here, you're going to be in band. And I was like, what? Band? Really? At first, I didn't want it, but I just went with the flow. I met up with the band director there, and he was just saying to all of us eighth graders and seventh and sixth graders back then, he's like, okay, we're going to go through rites of passage to see what instrument fits you. So I went through that challenge. So let's just say before I picked flute, I wanted to do trombone. At first, I thought I was gonna do it, but little old me that was like 12 years old, and I'm like a foot shorter than I actually was before. Um, I couldn't make a sound out of a trombone. Now I can, but before I couldn't, so I no trombone. The second instrument I picked was a trumpet. I thought it was gonna be cool. I thought it was gonna be like a cool experience, something like that. But then again, I didn't make a sound of it. Little old me can't do it. Now I can, but before I couldn't. So trumpet's not my instrument. And the last one was a flute. At first, I had no idea what a flute was. That's how naive I am. But as soon as he gave me the head joint, I made a sound and go boo. And then my band director was like, congratulations, here's your flute. This is your instrument for life. And I was like, okay. So from there, I took the flute home. I started practicing it, and then I kind of fell in love with it after like a week. And then it brings up to today. So in total amount of years I've been playing flute is 10 years. About to be 11 like in a couple of months. Do you play another musical instrument? Yes, I do. Like I mentioned before, I learned how to play piano first. That was my first instrument. I started when I was 11, and then flute came in a year later. In high school, I did marching band for all 4 years, and in my senior year, I have done piccolo because I was one of the top flute players like in the session. So those people are allowed to play piccolo and marching band. And I was like, yay! I'm gonna play piccolo only for marching band, not concert band, because I think it's a little bit too much. But in college, I have done bass flute. Also during college, I took pedagogy classes that I needed for my major. So I took strings pedagogy, and the only one that I can play is the violin because every other instrument is too big for me. Either because my arm length is a little bit too short, or it's because my hands are a little bit too tiny that looks like a small child. Also, I took brass pedagogy class, and I learned how to play basic trumpet, basic trombone, a little bit of euphonium, and as for tuba, I have the air supply for it, but carrying it is like bigger than me. I could say there is twice my size, so I kind of stopped from there. And then in woodwind pedagogy, the only instrument that I cannot play is clarinet and oboe and bassoon. I guess reed instruments don't agree with me. That's why I play flute. But the other instrument that I can play is saxophone, just basics. What's easy is they have the same fingering as a flute, so it's much easier. Do you have any practice tips? Yes, I have plenty. But I'm gonna stick with the basics because I think I'm gonna take too long like with this. So if you want to get a little bit better at playing flute, I suggest every time you pick it up or you set up a room like for yourself, make sure to do some long tones as much as possible, maybe like for 5 minutes, so you can just produce like sound with the instrument and make it warm enough. Then I also suggest going through your major scales and your minor scales so you can be refreshed on what you learned. Also, you can set little games for yourself. In minor scales, you can do natural minor, your harmonic minor, and your melodic minor. And for your major scales and for your minor scales, I suggest the natural minors. You could play it in thirds. Like it will help you think what notes you need to press. And also, if you need any more etudes or excerpts that you need to work on, I suggest, hang on, give me a second. I suggest like getting these certain books from Rubank, especially if it's Advanced Method Volume 1 and Volume 2. They are very, very helpful. Trust me, I've been doing it for 4 years, I don't know. If you need more stuff like to work on, I would also recommend getting the Burbic Gear 18 exercises or etudes for the flute. This is very helpful. All you see is black in there. I can show you proof. See, it's all black, but it's very, very useful. Also, in my case, since I'm like very serious at playing flute, if you want to make a profession out of it, or if any one of you guys want to join an orchestra one day, I suggest going out to Flute World and getting this orchestral excerpts for flute. And it has to be this person, a bass tresser. This is very, very insightful because in some orchestra auditions, they'll have similar excerpts to this one. So I suggest getting it. And also, if your teacher recommends this book, I suggest it too because this is very helpful like, as well. I believe you could find it either at your local music store. In the United States, we have Carlton's. You can pick up certain books like these. But if you're from, let's say, Britain, like TV Food, for example, you could search your music store there, or you could go online, which is fluteworld.com. I believe you could check it out right there. All of you asked me what is my favorite anime. Well, I hate being biased because I like everything, okay? But if I'm gonna make like a top three list of animes that I personally think is the best for me, in third place is gotta be Your Lie in April. It's so good, made me cry, but I understand the circumstances there. Love the music anime, it's great. Number two, I'm completely obsessed with it. I even joined the amino for it, and that is Yuri on Ice. Love it. And if you know me personally, I did the entire album on YouTube, so you could check it out. But my number one anime is Attack on Titan. I love it. Just love the anime. I love the plot. I love the characters. I love the chaos, the drama, everything. It's so good. Can't wait for season 3 to come out in July and waiting for that opening and ending songs to come out so I can make a cover out of it, obviously. Your favorite anime genres? Well, I think my most favorite is shonen. I love action, blood, anything like that. Fighting sequences. Those are my best ones. And if I need something a little bit more fluff, I can do romance. Like romance anime like are pretty good, but the plot has to be there, like too. What is my favorite anime song? There's a lot of them. I I I don't know why. I just can't be biased. I like all of them. Okay, it's it's just great that these people take the time to make an opening or ending that is just so great. But I think my personal favorite, especially that I covered this one too, and that is the opening song to No Game No Life, is so epic. In all your videos, what is your most favorite cover? Like I said, I can't be biased, but if I'm gonna pick uh, at least only one or two, I don't know. I think the first one is gonna be Yuri on Ice in regards to Love Arrows. That one was completely hard because I remember searching through YouTube if anybody wrote sheet music for it, and that's where I came across my friend Dino. Like this person had written his sheet music already, and I asked him for permission. This person said yes, so I took it. I started playing it for a while, and I was like, wait a minute, I need to make a couple of tweaks. So I tweaked a little bit of it, and then I played it, and I was like, oh, okay, this sounded much better. So now every time I go to my YouTube page and I listen to my Arrows cover, I was like, how in the world did I do that? And then I thought to myself, um, it took me in the span of 3 days since I received the sheet music. I made edits, I made cuts, and practiced it at least 30 times when I was recording it. And then that one that you saw on YouTube right now, that was the last time that I recorded it. And I was like, that's it, no more. It's gonna be good. And it was great. And every single one of you loved it. I love it too. I even replay it myself. Besides that one, my other favorite cover is Devilman no Uta from Devilman Crybaby. It's really, really good. I suggest you watch it at night, not during the day, because that one probably might haunt you. The next question is coming from Kiwi again. She was saying this: why are you so awesome? Oh my god, why am I awesome? I think you are gonna be awesome, Kiwi. You're awesome too. Every single one of you is awesome. But if you're asking me why I'm awesome, is because it's written in my little testament. You know those 10 commandments that God writes? He was saying, thou shalt this, thou shalt that. But it should be 11 for me because the 11th one is, thou shalt be awesome. This one is the most popular one that I got for an entire year or ever since I first started making videos. Um, will you post any of the notes you use for your covers? I would like to play some of them. There's a story behind that. In fact, I can show you some of them like right now. Like these, I haven't even put them away. Um, and then this, I ran out of space, so I kind of written everything. And then this too, this big binder of this big binder of all the sheet music that I have done for the past year, including college. So I have a lot of work to do. The reason why I said that because recently, last week, I had bought myself a very nice computer, which I'm using right now. It's clearer, has a lot more space storage, has a lot of longevity on it. So yeah, this person, me, I have a lot of work to do, especially that recently I have a lot of people ask me if I have the sheet music uploaded for Tokyo Ghoul season 3 opening. And I was like, yeah, when I have the time to sit down on my computer and type out everything and then upload it to my website, I can. But there's another reason for that too. Because the music that I have been using, most of it came from other people. And that's why I usually credit them in the description. Because I don't want to, be blamed for something that I didn't do, which is claiming something that is mine, which is not. So I was trying to be a little bit safe by crediting the people that already have the sheet music written and published at their website, I just kind of ask them for permission if I can use it for a flute cover, and they usually say yes. But for certain songs that don't have sheet music, I will personally write them myself. I will transcribe them. So to solve that dilemma, I think the only sheet music that you're gonna find on my website by the time I'm finished is gonna be my own transcriptions, or there are certain pieces that are already written but it's in piano score. So if I decipher it down to just flute, I would put it in there, but give the original person who did the piano score credit. What inspired you to start making covers? Well, I got a short version story for you. So back in college, I have interest in doing flute covers when I joined a Pacific Co-ed music fraternity, and every time when we meet up, we always have musicals, and I would try to what do you call it, showcase myself by doing flute covers. Everybody else was doing classical pieces or baroque pieces, romantic pieces. But in my case, I was like, I want to modernize the performance. So one day we did a what's it called, Disney night, and I decided to do Let It Go from Frozen. Everybody loved it, and I was pretty proud of myself. Also, I think it was a year later we did another musicale, and I think it was a rock version time skip thing. I forgot what it was called, but I decided to do Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. I did the entire song, including the guitar solo. Everybody loved it again, and then I've been approached time after time after time from many people in the um, music department. They were saying you should do like flute covers on YouTube, and I was like, really? Do I want to do it? So I just kind of stood away from that idea for 2 years, and then finally, what kickstarted my flute cover journey was when I went to go see Moana last year. No, 2016. I'm sorry. I saw Moana in 2016. I love the soundtrack. I even got confronted by my own parents. They were saying, you should do a full cover of one of the songs from Moana. It's going to be great. And I was like, fine. I'll cave in. So I worked on it. I looked up the song, how far I go. I wrote out, I wrote it out myself. I even uploaded it on YouTube. And what was so funny is on that day when I uploaded that video, I wasn't feeling too well. I was a little bit I was a little bit sick, but I have no idea how I sounded that good if I was sick. So ever since then, from posting that video, I also came across the Yuri on Ice. I binge watched the entire series. I fell in love with it, but then the series ended, and I was like, man, I just love everything. I can't wait for season 2. So I decided to do like music for it. And the first one that I've encountered was Yuri on Ice Arrows. That was the story that I told you that I practiced it like 20 to 30 times until I finally got it right the last try. That one. So ever since the Moana video and the Arrows video, that's where I decided I want to continue like making videos. And we're led to today. Also, I've been inspired by many other people, which is Emma Lee, Caleb Hiles, Kyle Landry, Jonathan Young. For flute player side, I kind of got inspired from Benveny Flute, Melissa Flute, and just another flutist. I kind of looked up for tips from them. But otherwise, yeah, inspiration, completing the Yuri on Ice album, and wanting to continue to do more videos for your satisfaction and mine. So hopefully, Kiwi, that answers your question. And finally, we have a set of questions from my very good internet friend, Symphony95. She sent me a lot of questions. She said, hey, best friend, I got questions for you. Ready, set, answer. That's really her, like, saying this to me. All right. She asked, why the name Flute Hero? Also, you need an emblem and fan art of yourself to match. Yes, I definitely agree with you. The reason why I have chosen Flute Hero as my YouTube name is because I always like heroes, like this shirt right here. I always love superheroes, Marvel, DC, anything from old cartoon shows or reality TV shows. Whenever they talk about heroes or make a movie about heroes, I love it personally to death. So like maybe on the internet in a musical sense, I can be a certain hero myself, and that is where Flute Hero came from. Also, yes, I personally agree. I may need like a personal emblem or symbol for myself. Like, Superman has an S, Batman has a bat signal, Wonder Woman has a huge W, Flash got a lightning bolt for a symbol. You get the idea. Well, that would be cool though if I have an emblem and a drawing of myself as a hero. When is your next music meme video? To put it short, I believe I put in that music meme video. If I reach 2,000 subscribers, I'll make another one. Are you playing at any venues? The only things I'm doing right now is community orchestras, community bands. I even revisit my college so I can join their flute choir. I play there a lot, and also I play Sunday mornings at church. As for my own personal venues, I am planning on going to Florida SuperCon in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm just gonna go there, have a lot of fun, and I'm gonna take my flute with me and start playing random openings and endings to different cosplayers. I think that would get my image and name out there. More Disney covers, she said. Yes, the that I'm gonna keep doing like Disney covers for you, okay? Because I think the last one I done was Recuérdame from the movie Coco. Are you doing another album for a specific anime or video game? I don't really know. Because Your and I's got me like right there, and it took me like 8 months to complete. But if I was gonna do another one, I'm not quite sure. Are you gonna do any more collabs? Yes, hopefully. If I could get anybody to come join me or I join like their channel, I'm pretty much like open to it. But for now, the only collab that I have done physically was with Kiwi Flute, and we have done a flute duet for the song called Magnet, which involves Hatsune Miku and Luca. And obviously, I was Luca, she was Miku. But it sounds awesome. If you want to check it out, you could go to Kiwi Flute's channel and see it there. Or I could just leave a link in the description and you'll be able to see it yourself. And that's all the questions that I have answered for you today. Hopefully you guys love this Q&A that I have hosted. And I'm pretty sure I've got through almost everybody. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more flute cover content. You can hit that notification button so you can be updated on any cover that I have released. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, my new account, Instagram. Also, side note, I made a second channel. It's called Flute Hero Anime, and that's where I'm gonna do everything else. Like voice acting, for example. I have sent a couple of voice acting samples within there, and that's for the Akira Dubs voice acting competition. So I kind of participating in that. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave that channel description within the comments. You'll be able to see it like from there, and tell me what you think about them. I probably might be giving little updates about my life in the second channel, not on this one. So that video probably might be released by next week. I get to tell you what happened to me this past year, and then last year, like too, if you want to hear about that. But thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye!